Welcome back, this is part 4 from AngularDart tutorial. Please make sure to check the previous videos and let's get started. Start with the courses again, building the HTML template for the courses. For the courses we will first we'll start by saying container. So maybe you said why you use container inside container, because this will be really handy if you want to go more responsive for the home component more than the whole page. And then we will start also making our columns. So the first thing that I will do is make an h2 here, and that will bring us just the courses text, and that will be let's say that will be a column here. Actually, you cannot use column inside column, so we need to use a row. So first row, and then we put our column here, and then we say class, this is gonna be column of 12. Also it will be text lifted, so in case of the type of text, so this will be text in the left. Also let me see, that's why it's not refresh. Yeah, okay, we see it here. And also I can use display here, and actually it was best to use the snips. So display, and then we say display 2, so make the courses a bit big here, or maybe 3, that's too much. And then we will make another row. So actually I will make another row here, or you know what, I will put this one here, and then this will be the row, my row. And inside this row I will use just one column, so row calls 1, and also I said in the row calls medium, so in the medium screen I will use 2 columns. You can extend this more to get more columns inside the large screens, but for our for the sake of our courses, for our course, so we will just stick with the 2 columns. And here we will do a div here, and that's the div is actually we will use the card component here. So before we will use the card component, we will just say this is a class of column. So this will take all the whole width, and then we'll say give it a bit margin from the bottom, and we'll say bottom 4. And then we will use ng4 here. So if you go like ng4, that's nice. So you have an item of the list, but for now we don't have any list inside our courses component. So what we're going to do is just put some boilerplate here for a couple of cards without using the actual list. So let's say here, say card, so that will bring our card here. And also we see that's card body, card title, and card text. And here I can also use card. So that's card body. I think I can use card header also, yes. So the problem that I don't use the snips sometimes because it's bring a lot of mess. So class card header, and that will be image, and that will take class card image. And I think we need to, let me check. So let's take assets here, image, and then we will check for one of the images that we can use for our classes. So I will stick with the one here. So say 1.png, and you can see the card how it show. so the card image, and then we need to put a width and height here. And I think I have problem with the assets, so let me see. So we have card header, card image, and card body. That's correct, but the image doesn't load yet. So let's see what's the problem here. So it says is not found. Why is not found? Because assets, images, not image. Yes, that's, and then we see our image. So that's the typical card component, but we will extend it more and more. So that's why in the future we will make this class the card, and we'll make a card component, because we will need it for in another container or in another template. So that's why we'll use this one in separate component, and then we can use them in any time. And also I will put card footer here. So say div card footer, and then the card footer, maybe it will hold some elements, maybe a button. Let's say button, and button is success, and that will be the text. Let's say that we check it out. So that will be our classes, our card component like this. But as I said, we will extend this more, but for now let's make our list, and let's make this component also outside of the card, and then we will print this all out here. So now we will do our list of courses. So we'll say just list, and then we will bring, for now I will say dynamic, but it is best to use the course model. So we'll think about this later. So we'll just say courses, and the courses will be a list, and it will be best to use the course model here. So what we're going to do is inside the source, outside of the components. So we will make a new folder, and we will say it's a model, and here we'll make a new file called course _ model dart, and that's what we'll do is just we'll make a class called course, and here we will define our properties for this course. So one of them is a final. Now we have our course. So let's bring this in another tab and close this tab. So here, instead of dynamic, we will say just this one, bring me the course. And that's what we'll do, is it will make a new course. And instead, if we can, what we can do is just bring this one and then copy paste it and just change the UID to 2. And now we can do just in the HTML of courses, we can do an ng for here, so we can print out all the courses. So what we can do is go to the cart and say ng4, and that's to bring our course, and that's our courses. So this will loop through all the courses, and here we use the same image here. We're not gonna change it, but we change the title, so we'll say course.title, and we change the description or the content. We just say course.description. And also we do have just these. So as you can see that the course is loaded JavaScript, the complete course, and then it will be rendered. Inside the card here, we see that there is no spacing here, so I'm gonna actually I will put this one inside the div here, so we will have more spacing. And yeah, I think that's it. So that's it for the courses. So what we're gonna do also is make this more accurate, also bring more details about the course. So what we're gonna do is here is bring the paragraph and say class and then card and text, and that will bring our author, because we don't see our author here. So and that will be display of 4, because I need to make the author is big in big text. So this is still really big, so if I make this one, yeah, that's really big. So actually is I will make this one as a lead. I know the card text, it has some font size also, so I will make this as a lead, and then in the title I will make this one display, because this one is really important to see. So display 4, some spacing. So this will be display 4. So JavaScript, the complete course from code review, full understanding of JavaScript ecosystem. Now what we can do also inside here, we have the updated. So what we can put here, we can put a card text. So let's say display, and then display it 4, and that will be card text, no display, and then here I will put paragraph, and here I will just say course.updatedAd. So for now you will see the updated ad is not really formatted, so we can format it later. But still one thing, that inside the card footer it doesn't have display, and we will use display flex, so this will make more spacing and also justifying content between. Also align items, it will be in the center, so it will be the same line as the bottom. So this is the updated ad course, and this is the check it out. So what you can do, actually remove the check it out, because it's not nice to have this one as green. So maybe I will modify it later, but this one I think it's not really nice to see it like this. And let me bring more button here. So I will say button here, and I will say warning. So what this will do is will edit or update the course, and we can bring them in one div here. So this will be aside from our date. So in our courses template, we still hard coded the assets or here image, that's why we see the images here, but actually we can use the images inside our list. So if I copy this and use it here, so we kept this one as empty, so we can use it actually here, and then we can use the other one, so like 2png, and then if we want to bind this one, we will use the to data binding, and then we say just course.image, and that will load our images is the same. So we have this image and then the second image, and also after the image we say in the card body here we have a title. But what I want to do is actually making another div here where I can say this is class of, even it's not a card title, just a normal text, where I can loop through all the tags so I can print them. So I will make here and then say ng4, and that will bring course.tags, and actually not like this tag, and that will be course.tags here, and that will print our tag. So let's say that here print our tag, and then we see that JavaScript and the programming. So what we can do actually is take this out, and so first we'll make display flex here, so it's gonna be next to each other. Also justifying content, yes, space between, also aligning items with the center. So that's at the beginning. 2 is, actually I don't like this justifying content space between, so I will make start and we say mx2. That will make this spacing. Also we'll make this class as a patch, and then patch primary. So this bring our element as a patch, then, and we can see like this. I don't like primary warning. And also we can make this a bit bigger, so we'll say not lead, I will just make padding of 2. So yes, and then so this will be the JavaScript and the programming, and this will be JavaScript and programming. This is just the tags that we'll use here. Another thing that is important also is the price, because we don't see the price of the price of the course. So we will make this inside the cart body, and we'll make this one here. So after the title because this sometimes is important. So after the title, so we'll just say price here. So that brings us the price. Also we can use hard-coded $sign. And yeah, I think that's it here. I will put this one as a lead. Let's say how it's gonna be. Yeah, so actually I will use delete even in the badge also. So here I will use delete because I want everybody to like to see it visually. And then full understanding JavaScript, and we go to the buttons here. So first button, it will be the view details instead of check it out. And the second button, it will be the delete, because we don't need to update after viewing the details. Now what we are going to do is also to bring our duration for the course, and also for how many lectures that we have here. So we'll say here inside the after the other, we'll do two strings, two strings, and here we will say just this will be the lectures, and that will take the course dot lectures dot length. So that will bring the how many lectures inside the course. Also the duration here, so it's important to know, like inside for some courses you have, it's kind of like useful to see what's how many duration and the time that you will spend before you go into the course. So you say duration, and that will say like this one, it will be 10, and here we will use always an hour, so like just an hour. So this will be 10 hours, and what we can do is s here, so it will be 10 hours. And another thing, it will be implement the delete function here. So we'll say click. So this is typical Angular. So delete item, and then we pass the course.id, UID. And you see that Angular, and the auto reloading for Angular, it says that it's not implemented yet, the function. So I'll take the delete item, go to my courses component, and put the function here. I will use also void, and I'm expecting to have the UID from this item. And what we're going to do is take this courses and we say remove. So you see a lot of remove here, but we need to remove where. That's a condition. It will meet the condition whenever the UID or the ID is the same as we send it. So this will take the course and say course.UID should be equal to our UID, otherwise it's not gonna work. And we see that we see a lot of this like you don't use this unless avoiding shadowing or something like this. You can quick fix. Let me see the quick fix here. So remove this expression or ignore unnecessary this. So if you want to implement this one, it's like a linting inside your code, you can actually go to your analysis option, and then here you can put any thing that you want to ignore, or you can use it also inline like here, and that will ignore it for unnecessary this. But actually I won't use it, so I will keep it just courses. Now to test out this the function, so we'll just say delete, and it's start removing and delete and see. Now if we delete all the courses, we don't see anything here of if we have any courses. So let's implement something like what's gonna be if you don't have any courses. So before the card and before the courses, here we will do an div here. So we call this div here, and we say class call, and also mb4, and that's called that div will be available just if the course is empty. So we say ng if, so if courses dot length, or maybe what we can do is empty. So let's try delete, and then we see no courses found or available. That's it for this part. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.